Thursday, April 12th, A-Day. I'm Liana Devito.
And I'm Tomaso Dizon.
And this is Kennedy Live. Now for school announcements. If any underclassmen girls are interested in joining the Kennedy Live team, please email Alexa Bastardi at abastardi@kennedycatholic.org or Zaria Bailey at zbailey@kennedycatholic.org or see Mrs. McGowan.
Now over to an announcement from Mr. Rossage.
Good morning. As you know, the portal for registration for classes is open. It will be closing shortly. For those of you who have not registered yet, you need to do so as soon as possible. If you do not register, there's no guarantee that any electives that you want will be available. Also, I may not be able to make any changes to your schedule if you do not register soon. So please make sure you take care of that as soon as possible. Thank you.
A-Push Review will be held on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday after school in room 100 for the next 4 weeks.
And now over to Righteous Reviews with Tomas.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic High School. My name is Tomas Rodina, and welcome back to Righteous Reviews, where today we're going to be reviewing what might be my #1 Spielberg movie, Ready Player One. Ready Player One is probably my new favorite Spielberg film, and it's a contender for my movie of the year. It combines great CGI and animated effects, as well as lots of well-done live-action set pieces to create a very unique cinematic experience. The film is cohesive, and while the story can be a bit generic, Ready Player One manages to create an amazing universe that the film dives us into. The story follows the film of Watt Weitz, a young teenager down on his luck in the year 2045, where humanity has become integrated with a virtual world known as the Oasis. Recently in the story, the creator of the Oasis, James Halliday, has died and left a challenge, an Easter egg hunt if you will, to find his successor. As somebody who aspires to be like Halliday, Watt White sets out on a quest with his friends to try and solve this Easter egg hunt, while trading blows with the evil corporation known as IOI. Overall, the movie does things really well. It combines a virtual world that's all CGI and animated with the real world in some really interesting ways, and we even get to see people like on their VR treadmills walking around, looking like this. They look like idiots, but they're playing the game in the movie. It's really well done, and I really liked it. Also, the references to games, movies, and various pop culture are not obtrusive into the film. They're just little Easter eggs in the background, which is kind of the whole point of the movie. So it's really well done. So I might be a little biased, but overall, I would give Ready Player One a 9 out of 10 if you really like pop culture, and an 8.5 out of 10 if you don't. All right, then, back to the anchors.
And in breaking news, House Speaker Paul Ryan told colleagues Wednesday he wouldn't seek re-election in November. Disconcertingly for the GOP, Trump's unpopularity and early Democratic momentum leave it unclear whether Ryan's replacement will be Speaker or Minority Leader. For now, McCarthy and Scalise are seen as the chief contenders. McCarthy, 53, an affable Californian who had developed a rapport with Trump. In 2015, McCarthy sought to seek Speaker John Bower, our Republican Ohio. The race should stretch until after the election clarifies the number, ideology, and mood of House Republicans.
Now over to This Day in History with Tiffany.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic. I'm Tiffany Moreno, and this is This Day in History. In 1861, Fort Sumter in South Carolina is attacked by the Confederacy, beginning the American Civil War. In 1872, Jesse James' gang robs $1,500 from a bank in Columbia, Kentucky. In 1945, U.S. President Franklin Roosevelt dies in office, and Vice President Harry Truman is sworn in as the 33rd U.S. President. And in 1973, Sudan adopts their constitution. That's all for This Day in History. Now back over to the anchors.
Thanks, Tiffany, and for our featured stories. Demanding higher salaries and better funding. Wednesday's walk-ins were held at 1,112 schools spanning 130 districts in Arizona, according to the Arizona Educators United. The State Department of Education says that Arizona has 1,700 traditional public schools and more than 500 charter schools. On Monday, Arizona Educators United told their 35,000 Facebook members to prepare for a possible walkout that would close schools.
And now over to sports with Gibby.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic Sports Nation. I'm your host, Brandon Gibson, and an exciting night in baseball. Mr. Roshitz, who was on earlier, claimed that this is how baseball should be played, like real men. The rivalry between the Yankees and the Red Sox is back as two bench-clearing brawls started, one in the third inning, and the real throwdown happened in the seventh inning. Yankees ended up winning the game 10-7. The Rockies and the Padres also had a bit of a mixer as Nolan Ariando from the Rockies charged the mound, and it ended with the Rockies' 6-4 win over the Padres. In the NBA, the Knicks beat the Cavs 110-98. Luke Cornett had 23 points, and the Thunder took out the Grizzlies 137-123. Westbrook averaged a triple-double for the year, again after achieving 20 rebounds and 19 assists. In the NHL, the Penguins beat the Flyers 7-0. They lead the series 1-0. Crosby had 3 goals. And the Golden Knights edged the Kings for their first playoff win ever. Fleury, their goalie, had 30 saves to preserve the shutout. Boys varsity lacrosse has a home game today against Fairfield Ward at 4:15. Please come out and support us on Saturday and watch a doubleheader. JV and varsity play home against Greeley Saturday night. JV will start at 5:15 and varsity will start at 7. That's all for sports. Now back over to the anchors.
Thanks, Gibby. Well, I'm Tomaso Dizon.
And I'm Liana Devito.
And this has been Kennedy Live.
Have a great day.